I got 4 little boys, right? Matter of fact, one of their birthday today, Draco's birthday today. I got 4 little boys and I got 1 daughter. Her name is Armani, dude. I ain't got no other daughter. I got another daughter on the way, though. I got 1 daughter that's born, man. Y'all gotta stop that weird shit.
What's good, RIZZLE fam? NBA YoungBoy is a trending topic on social media once again. This time around, it's because of his harsh reaction to something that happened to one of his sons. He came at one of his baby mamas, and he also sent a strong message to her man for kicking his son out of the car. The famous Baton Rouge rapper NBA YoungBoy has been in and out of the media spotlight for various reasons. Sometimes it's because of this deadly beef that he's got with rappers. Sometimes it's because he's beaten court cases. As you already know quite well, he's a pretty controversial person. However, there's another fact about YB that not a lot of people know about. Only his hardcore fans know that he's got a huge family. I'm talking huge, man. Believe it or not, this year in September, he welcomed his 10th kid into the world. And a tiny reminder, you guys, YB is only 23 years old. If you want to get in tune with the situation that he's going through right now, first we've got to give you a brief preview of YB's baby mamas and all his kids. That's right, baby mamas, plural. That will hopefully make things a little bit easier to follow since it's a little bit complicated. To put it simply, YoungBoy, he's got a lot of kids with a lot of different women. Straight up. So his first kid is called Caden, and he was born in 2016. YB had Caden with his ex-girlfriend called Nisha. YB had another kid with Nisha. 4 years later, Nisha and YB welcomed a baby daughter named Armani. But in between those 2 kids he had with Nisha, YB had several relationships and left a lot of girls pregnant as well. In 2017, YB got 2 more sons. He had a son called Talon with his ex-girlfriend Nia, and he also got a boy called Kamari with a girl named Star. 2 years later, in 2019, YB had a thing going on with a social media influencer who goes by the name of Janaya Benaya. The 2 of them had a daughter, Casey. That in the following year, 2020, YB started dating an actress from Houston called Drea Simone. YB and Drea had a daughter called Cody Capri. If you thought that was it, well, you're wrong. YB moved from Drea and hooked up with Yaya, the daughter of the legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather. Yaya and YoungBoy got a kid in 2021, and this one was called after his father, Kentrell Jr. But the relationship between Yaya and YB didn't really work out ever since Yaya injured one of YB's baby's mamas and almost ended up in jail for 20 years for it. YB, he straight up moved on. In fact, this time around, he's taken a little bit more serious path and he's now engaged with Jaslyn Michelle. Michelle and YB got their first daughter in 2021. And they got their second child this year, as we just previously mentioned. Now, as you can expect, YB can't really be with all of his kids at the same time. That means that someone else will have to fill in the spot of the father figure since YB can't. And with that being said, it was only expected that trouble would ensue at some point, and it did. One of his baby mamas and the actress from Houston who he said, Drea Simone, she went on Twitter and posted a number of tweets through which she explained the current position that she's in, as well as her feelings on it all. She went on Twitter to post this: "There's a special place for people who create an image off an abandonment and pain just to inflict those same things onto innocent people." And she added to this too, "We don't get to go back and make things from our childhood right, but we get the opportunity to give our children a different experience. I think that's what being a parent is all about." Lastly, if it wasn't obvious until now, she sure as hell made it obvious with this tweet. YB is not there for his daughter, and Drea is disappointed. "Trade all the money in the world for my youngest daughter to have a father." YoungBoy didn't keep quiet about this situation though. He too had something to say, and this is what he replied to Drea with. "If I had said the truth, that wouldn't be play at all. Y'all can call me lame and fake. Stop playing with me about my kids with them dogs. It's funny to me that the truth bit." A little later, he came up with another Instagram story. This time around, he told a bit more about his side of the story. Looks like YB actually tried to do his best, but Drea didn't let him in. This is what he said during the following story. "Same bitch don't answer the phone for weeks and months ignoring me, but then want to double back when you're broke or shit ain't going your way." He also said that he is not to be played with and that not she or anyone else will ever manipulate him. Ever. You can't manipulate Top Op. I love the hate. It seems like there's a lot more to the story than what Drea wanted everyone to believe. But Drea was not the only YB baby mama who hopped on social media and started criticizing YB for coming up short with his fatherly duties. The social media influencer Janaya Benaya also had something to say, and she's been through a lot with YB. If you remember, the 2 of them had a real nasty incident before YB got arrested. Janaya now moved on from YB and is dating DeJounte Murray, a famous basketball player, and according to he He is a better father than YoungBoy ever was. According to her tweet, at least, she said, "It's amazing seeing men be real fathers, especially with me growing up without one. I just love it for kids that actually have it." That was an obvious message to YB. YB, on the other hand, just like the case with Drea, had something to say to Janiyah. So YB came at not only Janiyah, but her new boyfriend too. This is what he said in an Instagram rant from his producer said, "You know what you did? You ignored me for months, now you're trying to play with me on here because they called him. I begged for him." And then he added this, "Single moms? You bum. You barely get booked, you live off his money." But then YB came out with an Instagram story that got a lot of people's heads rolling. Turns out DeJounte kicked out YB's son out the car one time. This is what YB said. "I'm a real shooter. Your boyfriend, I was cool with him until he put my son out the car and made him walk. Let's speak the truth." As you can see from his story, it turns out that his son had to walk because DeJounte didn't want him in his car. Even though YB had respect for him and the new boyfriend of his ex, that's all changed now. He's got no respect for him or for her. YB's fans seem to agree with him. He's got a legit reason to be mad if what he's saying is true. One fan wrote this on YouTube, "Kicking another man's child out their car is crazy." And another person added, "He actually got a real reason to be mad." However, then there are those who are not surprised at all. This is pretty much YB's fault. He should have thought twice before mingling with so many girls and having so many freaking kids with different women. One guy said, "That's what comes with having kids with different women and all these broken homes. You'll never really know what goes in they home when the baby mama get a new person." Janiyah later went on Instagram Live and asked her son whether or not that was true.
Okay, did y'all say me? I can't hear you. He ever put us out? Huh? He didn't, right? What are people talking about?
That happened to be about $20.
But anyways.
Son denied it and he said that it didn't happen. But as it often goes with kids, maybe he wasn't telling the whole truth just to avoid an argument or to please her. But we really can't tell. What we can say though is that it's kind of obvious at this point that YB just can't be there for all his children. It'd be pretty difficult even if it was in a single household, let alone like this. We hope that he finds a way to deal with his family problems and that all this works out for him in the end. But what y'all think about this whole situation YB's in right now? You think he was lying when he said that his kid got kicked out the car? Let's know all about your take on the whole story down in the comments section below. If you like this video, make sure to check out this next one. As always, thanks so much for watching, and remember, keep it RIZZLE.